I am Gagandeep Singh and I have created this project on inventory management system. It is created using Spring Boot for backend and Angular for frontend. This inventory management system allows an organization to manage its inventory. It allows purchasing of raw materials and products from suppliers and distributors as well as selling of these raw materials and products.
First, I will log into the system with an employee of role user.
So, this is the dashboard or the home screen of this application where the user can see all its basic information such as user ID, username, date of birth, etc. Now, let's begin by edit profile. So, this is the edit profile screen where the user can update its personal information. So, this is the first name, last name, phone number, etc. All the necessary validations have been added here, such as if I want to change a phone number, it should be a 10-digit number only. And then we have validations for date of birth such that the employee cannot be less than 18 years of age. Here we can add the address of the user and then we have this additional info. This security info is used when we want to change our password. Whenever we send a request for password change, we will receive a response as a security question and we have to enter the correct answer. Without the answer, we cannot update the password of the user. And after updating the details, we are once again redirected to the home screen. We also have this purchase new products button that allows us to purchase a new product. Here we have a drop down for products. The products in this drop down is added by the admin. We can select the products, the distributor from whom we have to purchase the product, the quantity, the estimated delivery date, and other expiry and manufacturing dates. All validations have already been added in these dates. The order status field is disabled as the initial order status is always processing. And then the price. The unit field is also disabled as the units depend upon the type of product we are purchasing. And then we can click on place order. Now we'll find our product in this page with ID 10012. Let's move towards product order screen. Here we can sort the products based on the product name, price, ordered on, etc. Along with that, we have search filter that allows us to search a product by name. Along with that, we can update the order status by clicking on this icon and setting the status as delivered or cancelled. Let's move on towards view products. Here we can see the list of products that are available in our inventory. Let's move on towards raw materials order and raw material. First, we have this list of raw materials that are available in our inventory. And then we have the order screen where we can perform purchases to update our inventory. We can also create a new purchase of raw materials from raw material order screen from top right. This is similar to purchasing a product. Let's move on towards suppliers and distributors. So this is the list of all the suppliers from which we can purchase raw materials. These were all the features available to a normal user in this application. I will now log into this application using an admin account. Moving on. So this is the product order screen. It is the same for both admin and the normal user. And this is the view product screen. Here we can see that there is an additional product. From here we can add a new product which is then available for the user to purchase from a distributor. Initial quantity of the product is always 0. This is the list of the warehouses. After adding the product, it is visible in the list of products. Along with that, it will also be visible in the drop-down while creating a new order. Moving on towards raw material. Similar to add product, we have an add raw material button that is available only to the admin. This particular route is accessible only to the admin. Whenever a normal user tries to access this, he will be redirected to the home screen due to auth card. Now here I will add some. So here I am adding a material named dummy raw material. It is now available in this list. Here we can see the dummy raw material. Moving on towards supplier and distributor. Here we can see there are two additional buttons available, that is add new supplier and edit button. Edit allows the admin to edit the current details of this supplier. So from here I can edit the name, location or phone number. So now I can see that after updating the phone number have been updated. Then we have this add new supplier that allows us to add a new supplier. So now this new supplier is available at the top. Similar to suppliers, we have the distributor. Here is the list of currently available distributors. We can edit the details of the distributor from this screen, or we can add a new distributor from here. In the navigation dashboard, we can see this one new tab available to the admin, that is the manage user. This tab is not accessible to the normal user. Here is a list of all the registered users. An admin is capable of editing the details of all other users. So here I will edit the details of the user with ID 100003. Here I will update the date of birth and PIN code, security question. Everything seems to be fine. This is how we can edit the details of another user in this application. Add a new user. We have this add user button from where we can add a new user. All the necessary validations have already been added. So after adding a new user, we get a successfully created user message and we are redirected to this user screen. Here we can see the newly added user. This was a small overview of this application. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments below. The source code of this application is available in GitHub. You can find the link for the same in the description. Thank you.